name is Keisha. I was a graphic designer in my first career where I mostly worked in branding, did some campaigns, also did a little bit of UI UX. But early on in my career, actually even before I finished my program, I quickly realized that I wanted to do something more with design. So similar to what Adam said, there were some things I liked about graphic design and some things I didn't. I really liked the creativity of design and kind of the entire nature of it, but I didn't like how superficial it could be, especially because at that time I was taking, my undergrad was graphic design and advertising, and I felt advertising was just kind of, you could draw in customers with some very, very nice creative advertisements, but once they get to the product or get to the service, if that piece wasn't strong and didn't deliver a good experience, then it's kind of a very shallow way of pulling in customers, right? So during kind of my years as a graphic designer, I noticed that I was really good at being able to support my design decisions with evidence and research, whereas I saw a lot of my peers, they were stronger at the technical side of design. During that program, I also had a chance to be exposed to design research, like a design research course. So with that and kind of, those observations, that kind of opportunity, and along with a few other inspirations, that's what really led me to want to use design for something more than visual design and assets. And I wanted to use design for experiences and businesses. And so that's really what led me to Rotman. So, if I were to reflect on my MBA experience and how it helped me to transition my career, I kind of see it more as an acceleration rather than a pivot. And one of the key things that Rotman provided for me was the access to industry professionals and companies, especially through BDC events. So Andrew mentioned earlier, and if you decide to kind of go explore this path, you'll also feel it for yourself that while this field is growing rapidly, it's still pretty niche, right? So that access to network really helped me to navigate the search for the service design and business design opportunities. In my second year, I was also one of the industry and careers director of BDC. So taking on that role further helped me to learn about who was doing what where, and it also gave me a really good reason to connect with them. The other thing that Rotman did for me was open up doors to adjacent fields, kind of opened my eyes to other fields like behavioral economics and behavioral change, things like that. And these are just kind of a couple disciplines. There are a lot more out there, like systems thinking, but these other disciplines can really help to enhance your practice as a designer. So I was really grateful for that as well. So then post-grad, I purposely went in-house because I really wanted to understand and see how design solutions were implemented and made real. From the kind of branding work I did before, I kind of got sick of that, doing the research, coming up with your solution, presenting it to the client, and then not knowing what happened afterwards or how successful it was. So I kind of wanted to go into the other side of that. So that's why, so through that, I was first at Tangerine, and then now more recently, I am at OMERS. And these in-house roles really, really helped to develop and strengthen my stakeholder relationship skills, which is so crucial for this work. It's basically half the work. And also because a lot of organizations still struggle with where to place CX teams or service design, business design teams, it really challenged me to use strategic thinking to figure out how best to show our value of the value of design and service design. So, and I think that kind of strategic thinking is how your MBA and that business acumen can really help you along with as well.